Cast.
There's not too many people on the face of the planet that we're not watching as Hurricane Irma made its way through the Caribbean and slammed into a variety of island nations and eventually the Florida Keys and Florida itself. I can say firsthand that the winds were impressive and scary at times. I ventured out during the storm to check on a few of the properties and witness some of the storm's fury up close and personal. We had about 50 people who decided to use the fortress of our headquarters as a safe haven during the storm. And as the storm raged outside, we sang and prayed, and while the children laughed and played. Brent Hoffpower made a giant pot of Louisiana gumbo, and we made the best of it. Somewhere in the middle of it all, it sparked a thought about the storms that life can throw at us. Each one of us will go through storms in our lives. Perhaps a loved one is diagnosed with cancer, or the hopes and dreams we have for our kids are exchanged for the reality of addiction or even death. The betrayal of trust by a spouse, a coworker, a friend, or financial hardship or disaster. These are all realities that can leave you feeling absolutely devastated. Relationships at work or in your personal life have natural ebbs and flows, but sometimes deteriorate seemingly overnight, leaving you feeling like you'd rather actually experience a Category 5 hurricane than to face the personal storm that life throws at you. Unlike the hurricane we just experienced and the unrelenting predictions and storm models that seem to last for weeks, many times there's no forecast or notice of the arrival of such personal storms. No time to put up shutters or go buy flashlights and water and generators. No time to read a book or otherwise prepare for the event. But actually, since we all know that storms will come in our lives, isn't now the time to get prepared? Shouldn't we anticipate that storms will come and know exactly where we'll run to for safe harbor when they arrive? Shouldn't we already have a storm plan? Waiting until the storm comes to develop a plan can be dangerous. Why wait until the winds of disappointment and tragedy are tearing at the very fabric of our lives? The waters of grief and pain can leave you drowning, and surely you may not survive. So what if you could choose to live out your life in a storm-rated safe place? Imagine if when this whole Hurricane Irma thing came, we all lived in 200-mile-per-hour rated homes. Not one of us would have had to run anywhere. We could have rested in our own beds at complete ease, knowing we were safe from the elements. The question that hit me so clearly during the storm, as each of our families sought shelter and safety, is that we as individuals and we as families need a life storm plan. Sometimes we expose ourselves unnecessarily by not living in the place that our Creator planned for us to live, and we become like sitting ducks. People are imperfect and will always disappoint. Their loyalties change, priorities change, and in too many cases, the relationships that you're in are quite disposable. You can take all the precautions you want. In fact, during the storm, I saw one man who cut down every tree in his entire yard in order to limit his exposure from falling trees. But the truth is that you cannot eliminate the reality or the risk of personal storms coming your way. However, if we embrace truth and embrace God as our master, we can live in a place of safety and refuge and know that He is in control, especially in stormy weather. Though the foundation of our lives may shake, and though tough times come and bad things may come, God will never change, and He can be your mighty rock, unshakable and immovable, and a point of reference that you can rely on. As we help our neighbors, our co-workers, and our friends recover from the storms and enjoy sunny days, beautiful beaches, and a nice breeze, remember, storms will come someday, and today is your day. Today is my day to check the safety and security of your storm plan. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next Hog Cast.
Hog Cast.